Chapter 13. Forests are Lifeline. You will learn biodiversity, deforestation, conservation of the forest, canopy, food chain, food web, wildlife protection award, decomposers. A forest is a large uncultivated area of land with trees, shrubs, herbs, creepers, climbers, and microorganisms apart from many animals and many human tribes. 21% of land area of India is covered by forests, and most of the forests are in Madhya Pradesh, 20% of the total forest of India. Forests have different varieties of trees with different height. Some tall trees grow so high that their branches look like a roof over the other plants in the forest. According to their habitat, the forests are varied and complex. Emergent layer, canopy layer, understory layer, forest floor. Fascinating fact. Delhi is the most polluted city in the world, says a study released by World Health Organization (WHO). The 2014 report of the Ambient Air Pollution Database contained the result of outdoor air pollution monitored in almost 1,600 cities in 91 countries. It is estimated that the Amazon forest is vanishing at a rate of 20,000 square miles a year. According to scientists, 30% of the carbon dioxide is added to the atmosphere over the past 150 years, and it is thought to have come from deforestation. Structure of a forest. Plants have different heights. They grow in same place. Some plants' growth is so dense that even sunlight cannot reach the ground. Therefore, the different layers observed in forest are as emergent layer. It is an uppermost layer of a forest which have few number of very large trees. These tall trees grow so high that their branches look like a roof over the other plants. Canopy. A shady covering below the emergent layer is known as canopy. Canopy is considered as shelter for the animals because plenty of food is available in this layer. Understory. Understory is shelter for birds, snakes, insects, lizards and leopards, etc., as it includes herbs, shrubs and small trees. Forest floor. The lowest layer is the floor of the forest. There are dead and decayed remains that get decomposed by microorganisms. It is a dark and damp part and also home of microbes, fungi, ants, insects and beetles along with large animals. This layer is fertile layer of humus. Real life connect. Look around you. Find out the things which are direct or indirect products of forests. Make a mind map to show how forests are useful to humans. The importance of forests to us. 1. Oxygen gas is released by plants during photosynthesis, which is used by animals in respiration. The carbon dioxide gas released by animals during respiration, plants use this carbon dioxide to make food for all living organisms on Earth. 2. They provide food for all types of animals. 3. They provide us useful products like food, oil, gum, rubber, paper, medicines, timber, and honey, etc. Forest. Eucalyptus. Oil used in wicks, balm for cold. Rauwolfia, rhizopine for BP control. Poppy plant. Morphine, poppy plant. Morphine for painkiller. Aloe vera, used all over the world for skin treatment. Turmeric, wound heal-up. Cinchona tree, quinine for malaria treatment. Amla contains vitamin C, so gives resistance to our body. Vinca rosea sadabahar, treatment of leukemia. Tulsi for cough and cold. Forest help in regulating water cycle. The trees of the forest absorb water from the soil and undergo transpiration through stomata. Rainfall tends to be very scanty where there are no forests. 5. Forest control floods. They are natural absorbers of rainwater and help in arresting the floods. 6. Forest prevents soil erosion. The roots of the plants fix in the soil and prevent it from getting washed away or eroded. 7. Forests are natural habitat for many wild animals like lions, tigers, jackals, panthers, elephants, deer, snakes, millions of insects and birds. 8. Forests are used as wildlife reserves. It provides to the animals and important plants. 9. Forests provide natural environment for sustaining millions of food chains and food webs, where animals and plants are linked together through food. Interdependence of plants and animals. Plants and animals show many types of interactions and interdependence. The whole group found in a forest is called biotic community. It consists of three groups like producers, consumers, and decomposers. While producers are autotrophs, the other two are heterotrophs. 1. Producers. They are autotrophs which manufacture their own food from inorganic raw materials during the photosynthesis process. Autotrophs are called producers because they manufacture food not only for themselves but for all other living beings, or heterotrophs. 2. Consumers. They are heterotrophic organisms which feed on other organisms. Consumers are divisible into 4 categories as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. 3. Decomposers. Decomposers are microorganisms that digest things that are dead or decaying. They turn the dead plants and animals into human. Food chains. A food chain is a sequence of trophic levels through which food passes producers to ultimate carnivores. The food chain is a summary of who eats whom. Plants are eaten by deer and deer is eaten by lion. A food web with many interconnected food chains. Recycling of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Forests maintain the balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide gases, so they are called as green lungs of atmosphere. Green plants use carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis and release oxygen. During respiration, carbon dioxide is produced from the plants and animals. They consume oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Deforestation. Deforestation means clearing of forest to claim land for use by man. It is a serious threat to the quality of life, national economy, and future environment. Effects of deforestation. 1. Groundwater recharge. Level of water table decreases. 2. Soil erosion increases. 3. Production of oxygen decreases and carbon dioxide level in the air will increase. 4. Wild animals lose their shelter. 5. Forest products will not be available if we continue to cut the trees. So, how to conserve forest? The idea of growing trees, that is afforestation or silviculture, which means growing and cultivation of trees, is fast catching up with the masses. Forest experts agree that all our requirements of wood can be met if the forest conservation programs are properly implemented. India's forest policy requires that there should be 60% of forest cover in the hills and 20% in the plains. The following steps can help conserve the forest wealth. 1. Maximum economy must be observed in the use of timber and fuel wood. Indiscriminate deforestation must be prohibited. 2. Reforestation on the deforested area must be undertaken strictly. Otherwise, that land becomes dry and useless. 3. Afforestation must be done in areas unfit for agriculture. 4. A special function of tree plantation, Van Mahotsav, is held each year in our country since 1950. It must be celebrated meaningfully and effectively. 5. Forest fires must be prevented by taking precautions. Example, firefighting equipment must be kept ready to extinguish forest fires. 6. Grazing of cattle in the forest must be discouraged. 7. Animal hunting or poaching must be strictly prohibited. In India, individuals and tribal communities are known for saving the trees and forest. In 1731, a Bishnoi woman, Amrita Devi, showed exemplary courage by hugging a tree to prevent its cutting. Her 3 daughters, along with 363 others who sacrificed their lives in protecting the trees in Kejrali village near Jodhpur in Rajasthan. Government of India has recently instituted the Amrita Devi Bishnoi Wildlife Protection Award for individuals or communities from rural areas that have shown extraordinary courage and dedication in protecting wildlife. Subject integration. Forests are great places for various outdoor activities. They are an essential part of our ecosystem that must be preserved and protected. For society, forests provide raw materials like paper, which is great renewable and recyclable material in the world. Medicines. Tropical forest plants are known to make almost all medicines, including 2/3 part of all cancer-fighting drugs. Skills and values. Forests are present in different regions all over the world. We should protect the forest because they help us in many ways. Forest lowering the level of carbon dioxide, prevent soil erosion, bringing rain, barriers to strong winds, provide food and shelter to the animals. We should conserve our forest and prevent deforestation. Rapid review. 1. A forest is a large uncultivated area with all types of trees and plants. 2. The land area of the forest in India is only 21%, and in that 20% of forest are there in HP. 3. The crowns of the huge trees form the canopy. 4. Indian forests are biodiversity hotspots. 5. Loss of diversity leads to imbalance in nature. 6. Some people are directly dependent on forest. They are stakeholders, and others are indirectly dependent on forest. 7. The forests are formed in a series of succession from bare rock. Lichens are the pioneer species to form the soil on the rock. 8. Forests are very important in our life because they supply oxygen, medicines, rain, humidity, wood, oil, gum, rubber, and food. 9. Forests provide natural habitat for many wild animals also. 10. They prevent the soil erosion and floods. 11. Amrita Devi Wildlife Protection Award is given every year to encourage the people. Key points. Forest, a large uncultivated area of land with trees, shrubs, herbs, creepers, climbers and microorganisms. Canopy, tall trees of forest whose branches look like a roof over the other plants in the forest. Crown, the branchy part of the tree above the stem. Stakeholders, people who live in or around the forest and who are totally dependent on forest for their needs. Deforestation, clearing of forest to claim land for use by man. Silviculture, planting of trees in deforested areas of forest are known as afforestation or silviculture. Fill in the blanks.